there. Welcome back to Starfall. This is our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure featuring the Lasers and Liches 2.5 test wave supplements. And these are our players. We have Thomas, David, Jocelyn, Allison, and Ethan. All of whom are playing some monstrosity or another. Wolfman and a Catman and a actual swinging
How dare you?
and a dinosaur dude and an actual crab that is giant. Welcome to Starfall. When last we left our heroes, they were in Dry Spit, the last stop in the desert before adventure awaits, and have just become aware that there is a place for them to shop there, which is always a little bit nice. Now I'm just gonna stick you inside the shop. No, I'm not, apparently. I'm gonna not stick you inside the shop because I can't find it. So we're just gonna leave you right there. While I figure out what I'm doing about that. What are you all doing? Who's going shopping, and what are you looking for, generally speaking, while I load this page?
I am on Sumosaurus's shoulder, possibly skipping to another person's shoulder to shop.
Cool.
I am looking for a ring that can be spelled with protection, or enchanted with protection, or is enchanted with protection, to wear as a necklace.
Or belt. Actual snake, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm looking for something random, like maybe not a doorknob this time, but maybe I don't know, something random.
Maybe not a doorknob this time. New favorite sentence.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I'll be picking up, looking specifically for anything that can magically create food and or water. That's or otherwise help sustenance in the desert. Resistance to exhaustion. Any sort of desert survival bonus gear.
All right. Tuesday and Sumosaurus.
Sumosaur is stocking up on provisions. This is like a whole sack of food. That's the goal.
All the food.
All the food.
Tuesday, what you got?
I mean, I'd already prepared for a trip into the desert before, like, that's how I got here.
So you're just trying to GTFO.
I probably buy some backup battery packs for my gun. Yeah, other than that, I already knew I was coming out here, so
You've been out here.
Yeah.
All right. So there are a lot of small little stands that are clearly like almost like yard sales. Like folks just have this, found it lying around in the desert, don't mind the blood. But there are a few shops that seem a little more set in place, like they have some established walls. The whole getup seems a little rough. It's not rough, temporary. Because there's mostly not walls, it's mostly walls or giant rugs or pieces of fabric. The idea being that this whole thing could probably be taken down and moved, but many of these maybe haven't moved in a while. Is that all? Does that scene make sense? So there's, at the entrance, there's a carved wooden, like clearly like desert aged wood list of some of the shops that seem to be a little more standard. They have no explanation or direction for them. But those shops that have been here for long enough to have their name on the sign are Rise of the Buns, Padlock Curity, Gnome Tales, the Gold Nugget Casino, Young Bear Repairs, the Corrupted Plain, Melting River, Glasshopper, and Show and Tell. I will copy those all into a sentence for you guys. Who's going where? Or I'll just roll a d6.
Is there a place that does like not clothing but like crab harnesses? I don't know.
I mean, I told you the names of the stores. What do you want to try and go to?
What
I'm
the last
copying.
one.
You want to go to Show and Tell?
Yeah, let's do that. That
Anyone
sounds
else
like the
doing
Can you
so?
tell me the names again?
I'm putting them in chat. Yes. Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Do you have your friend face open? Or if I message them to you on Facebook, will you be able to get them that way?
Yep, that'll work just fine.
All right, I'll
Could
do
also
that.
just throw them in roll 20.
I can, and I'm going to, but she isn't in roll 20 right now.
Oh, right.
So
I'm
they're-
unable to.
All right, I got it. I'm almost there. I think that's everyone. Here they are in roll 20 chat. Let me get over to friend face and type them into there. Putting little notes together so that I know where everyone's going. There you go. All right. Sumosaur. Wherefore art thou? That's not the question. Where are you going? You are familiar with Rise of the Buns.
Yes. I'd also really like to get a fanny pack of holding, I think is what it was called.
Well, there
But
are. You could join that crab and
go
Show
ahead.
and Tell and see if there's one there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need something to stuff all the food into. That's not too hard to carry. And I'm
Planning
just
ahead
really
for
excited
food.
to take like lots of like never-ending donuts or whatever out of. Well, they're gonna be they're rice balls, but they'll be called donuts.
Yeah. Well, and you know, they're
Pokemon
going
dub
to be
joke.
amazing.
Someone is going to the Gold Nugget. I will hop on their shoulder.
The Gold Nugget Casino.
Oh, never mind then.
Thomas.
I'll go to Gnome Tales then. Whoever's going to Gnome Tales, I will go with them.
Maybe you should wait to see where other people are going and then decide who you're joining. Friendly.
Okay.
Friendly casts locate object.
For decanters and what have you.
For a decanter of endless water. Actually, that's probably the. I mean, if that's how that manifests in, or if I could just put it as broadly as an item that creates water. But
Okay.
if it has to be that,
if you
one
can go
type.
as broad as item that creates water, you get a few different directions. You don't know where things are laid out here, though. So there
That's fine.
are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places where something lights up that creates water.
That magically creates water. Okay. Uh, well, now I get to comparison shop.
Okay, let me
I'll
put
send
water.
Rook, uh, who because this is cast on myself, it also affects. And he can do a sweep and give me a heads up. Just do a
Well,
quick fly through the middle of the tents and
one of
come
them
back.
is clearly the casino.
Okay.
Uh, sorry, I'm typing things. 1, 2. I have to put water on top of each of these lists, or I'm gonna forget where I just told you they were, and that's gonna be a problem. All right. So one of them is clearly the casino.
Okay.
One is looks like it has armor, weapons, some like jewelry making stuff or jewelry stuff. One is clearly magical goods. The Rook's Crow's like, yes, this has magic stuff in it. You know, the stuff you need to make spells and scrolls and that sort of good things. One is an outfitter shop, like has all that dun colored desert gear, which you would expect. And one is a wow, there's a lot of stuff here, and Rook is not sure how to categorize it.
Then I will look through his eyes.
It's you see a shop that's got just all sorts of things. Do you remember, I think I used this analogy before, but you remember that store in Old Town that used to be where the Works is now? There was just a bunch of like cool stuff everywhere, but none of it made any sense except that it was neat. It's that.
That's
Okay.
like half of Old Town.
Yeah, well no, they have themes. You know, I know what I can go to Many Hands for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's more like a
Yeah,
like a
you're-
scavenging pawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that Many Hands was your example as a themed store. If you want something Indian, pirate, Native American,
Nautical.
redwood,
If you want to buy something,
they have.
Vintage.
if you want to buy something for any of your friends that go to Burning Man, buy it there. That's a theme.
It's funny.
Well,
It's where I
yeah,
took Jocelyn
when
to
you're
get
shopping for your
souvenirs for her
schizophrenic
family back in Montana.
Also souvenirs, yes.
Right.
I know what I can get at Good Relations too. Eh?
Eh?
All right.
Right. But Many Hands if you want to get stuff for kids, little shells for under $1. Anyway.
They can grow their own redwood tree.
I will point Freed to the weapons shop. Tell Rook to kind of poke around, and he's got locate object as well. So find the thing and the price on whatever item it is. He's a raven, so he speaks common.
How much? How much?
He's going to which one?
I'm guessing it's Gnome Tales. You told me it was the just like mega junk shop, the one that
Okay.
got us on the tangent.
Thank you. I'm writing it down. Okay.
Right?
And
I mean,
where?
I assume it's Gnome Tales just because of tropes, but
Well, you won't know till you get there. Wait,
well, he's there.
Can
and he
Rook
is me.
read?
What's that?
Can Rook read?
Yeah, he's my familiar. He's got
Okay. So-
like it's
right.
not just a pet. It's
He's
got a mind.
But having a mind and being able to read and being literate are separate things. So
Speaks, reads, writes common.
So in common and various other languages, there is a glass, like blown glass sign that says Glasshopper above this shop. Near this shop.
Okay.
I'm not good with desert tent brain setup, but whatever. Jocelyn, where do you want to go after all? Wait, Tuesday hasn't told me where they're going yet.
I'm kind of following the group.
They all split up, but Frida is going to the weapon shop.
Sure. I mean, I have mine, but I don't mind looking.
There's something in there that makes water if you could get a price for me. Also, if you find a charger, I could pitch in on that. He pulls out his stone baton. You know.
Diamond, do my guns and his baton take different batteries?
Roll a d20.
Oh God.
Just like real life. Ah!
37. 7.
They do not, sorry.
Okay. Mine take the.
I go with Freed and Tuesday.
Okay.
Because you said that it had jewelry stuff there, so.
Yep. Okay.
I look at his battery case and get an idea of what he's looking for, and then head out.
Cool. And then,
Okay, got it.
Friendly, you're just shopping through Rook.
No, I then am also going to the one that is clearly magic stuff.
Okay.
If he's at the Glasshopper, is that the same one?
No.
No. Well, then I'll go to that one. The
right.
one that's not the one Rick's at.
Excellent. Now that I know where everyone is, I can set scenes. Thank you for walking through all of that with me. So we're gonna start with Show and Tell with Radmir and Sumosaur. So proud of remembering names. So you enter what is clearly like a seamstress's kind of shop. There's also some leather working here. It smells like fabric and like 3-in-1 oil here. And you hear clackings and things moving around, and don't immediately see a shop owner. The shop is called Show and Tell, and I'm opening my list of shop owners. Oh God, there it is. Please let me know what you do. Either of you.
I'm gonna see if there's like a bell or something like that to get the person's attention.
Good idea. There totally is. It's a string of bells that has knots at various heights.
I jingle it.
A pile of fabric suddenly sort of like moves sideways, and a very short person walks over to you. In fact, they're shorter than you, Giant Crab. It's an extremely small Kender. She says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you today?" Shh, it's fine.
Would you have any like crab harnesses? But by any chance, just have like a harness that'll fit me.
That's a very interesting question. I don't know if I do, but I think I might be able... No, it's fine. I think that I might be able to figure one out. And how about you? Sir? Looking up at Sumosaur, like, doesn't quite reach your knee.
It's that thing where you keep looking up and then just fall back.
There's definitely a vertigo moment, but...
Yes, I'm looking for fanny pack of holding.
Oh, perfect. We definitely have some of those. We also might have some special ones. Absolutely. So, since, his is a little... I've got this. Since his is a little bit, easier, is you want to, like, look around and, like, check out some fabrics and some of the harnesses that we already have and see what sort of style you're looking for, and we might be able to rig you something up, but, let's get you a fanny pack. So, Ethan, Radmir, she directs you over to a wall that has, like, various harnesses, mostly that are for, like, keeping animals. And so you can, like, see, sort of, like, try to see if things fit or see if, things that look nice. And for you, Sumosaur, I'm trying so hard. She brings you
Arr.
over to another part of the store and then realizes you won't fit into that part of the store and goes, oh, hold on, and brings them out to you. You have your choice of 5 fanny packs. Most of them are sort of dun colored, just they look like a fanny pack. They don't look exciting. And one is clearly has like a bunch of leatherwork designs on it, like those fancy leather purses that you buy at the fair, or that I wish I would spend money on at the fair some year. Got fringe and stuff. It's really dramatic. So these are the ones that I have, and most of these seem pretty standard. They're just, I get them from a supplier, like you do. This one, however, is a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit fancier, but I don't know that it actually does anything different. And this one, and she points to one over on the left, which has a little keychain and a little tiny little bottle about this big, like a little glass vial. This one also has a thing that can I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the actual lingo, so I'm going to say it with not the actual lingo. This has a little thing where you can add it to food or water, and it makes it so it's not poisonous or deadly or anything, which can be really helpful for desert adventuring, but I got to tell you, it makes it more expensive. So the ones on the end here more expensive, the ones in the middle here pretty standard, whatever you want. It sounds good. And look, it's fine. I know. Shh.
The best one purifies water?
It has a little bottle that comes with it. See, it's got a little case for it.
Oh.
It looks for all the world like a. Have you ever seen a hot sauce belt case?
Yeah.
Am I the only? Yeah, it's like that. Only it exactly like that.
All right. Yeah, I guess. How much is the fanciest one?
Do you mean the fringe one or the purifying one?
The purifying one.
Both of these are diamond forgetting to look at an actual like price list. 1 moment.
$1 million.
Where's the list of how much things cost? Give me the list. Oh my friggin' god. None of those things are a list of prices. Is it just me? Or did this not have a list?
Yeah, it's an uncommon, wondrous item. I think that's kind of, isn't that how the pricing is these days?
I just want a list, man.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
All right. Okay. I found a page that's called The Great Magic Item Analysis. Okay.
I really
You
like
said
the
it's-
art in the book for the fanny pack of holding.
Yeah. So you said it's common or uncommon?
Uncommon.
Okay, well, this one is 1,500 gold. I know that sounds pretty expensive, but it's worth it, and I'm pretty sure it's the only one here. It's not, okay? Just like, it's cool. Thank you. I appreciate your input. That's enough.
I don't think I have that much.
That's okay. You can, any of the other ones here, these are each 800, and then this one is 1,000, the fancier looking one.
How much gold should we have?
Not that much.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I never did pick out items, but I'll get to that. Yeah, so no fanny pack of holding for now. That's all right.
She looks surprised, like, oh, okay, no's fine, I guess. We're right, it's fine, it's cool. We'll decoct the crab. I know he's a crab. And she sort of stalks away and goes and talks to a crab. Hey, have you made any sort of decision on how you think it might like for it to look, or?
How much would it be just to have like a basic one?
Well, what are you trying to get it to do? Are you trying to hold stuff, or armor, or weapons, or other crabs? I mean, I don't know what you're up to.
Just hold stuff?
You're looking at around. Oh, I'd have to custom make it. So we're looking at 20 to 50 gold, probably.
Okay. I'll look into this. I may be back.
Certainly. Have a lovely have a lovely day. And she
You as well.
practically dives back into a pile of fabric.
Okay then. I walk out.
You're muted, Alton.
So, Diamond, I have a query.
Yeah.
I never picked an uncommon and a rare item for in my starting. So I was wondering if perhaps this would be a good time to do it
Yeah.
in character.
That would be great.
So I was just like, my list of items, I have one uncommon and one rare item. Like, oh, that's fucking helpful.
So you know those prices were extremely high. That is not the price that you would expect for that thing.
Okay.
That was almost three times the cost of what you might expect to pay for it.
All right, that seemed high. That did seem high.
It really was. I'm just
like, ouch. I hurt.
So, while I'm doing the next scene, do you want to figure out what your items were that you're gonna get?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next scene at the weapon shop. Because I can. We have a snack on. We have a snack and a wolf guy and a cat. All right. So.
Cat person.
Cat person. Yeah, not an actual cat. That's confusing.
In this party, we need to specify.
Yeah, it's true. I guess as soon as Jocelyn comes back, well, maybe we'll just skip that and go to the Glasshopper. We'll do rope while...
It's a weapon shop in this universe, so I'm assuming they have my batteries.
They do. They also have his.
Okay.
So,
I am here.
Freed, Tuesday, and Empress go into what is clearly sort of a blacksmithery kind of shop. It's over near the edge, and it clearly has a smithy very close to it. So it's not like, so it's on the end of this. It's like an end of a lane. It's not really a street. And as you walk up, there's a sign that says Young Bear Repairs. You enter to find a very lithe-looking humanoid woman wearing a standard blacksmith apron. Sorry, the language thing is a lot of fun right now. Where? Find my character. Finding my character. Where are they? All right. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. A very lithe-looking dwarf woman with no face fur, no beard, wearing that. And they, as you enter, they wave to you by way of greeting. She waves to you by way of greeting. Thomas, are you playing Freed for this?
I can, I guess.
If he, I mean, he doesn't really need anything, so he can just be there. But it's
Right.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday and a winged snake. Take it away, kids.
Okay. I flutter close to the dwarf woman and ask, do you have any
enchanted rings by any chance that are enchanted with protection in a very polite tone?
She looks you up and down, which doesn't take much considering how small you are. And she looks you up and down and says, "Do you have any money?"
And I said, "I'm here with a group. I don't have any money. I'm a snake. You expect me to have money? I'm a snake. But I'm here with friends.
You're here shopping. I expect you to have money."
That's why I'm here with friends.
So she looks at. So she looks at the friends. Jewelry is over. Jewelry is all over in these trays. The magical ones are there. What else can I help you with?
Freed will plump a bloody jetpack on the counter. Need the straps refit on this so it fits me. Yeah, I was the guy that took him out on the lake back there. You probably saw that. Yeah.
Sure, that'll...
And whatever she needs.
Sure.
Ooh.
I flutter over to the magical jewelry to find a ring that will fit me without falling off.
Roll, so Jocelyn, roll 3d20 and write down the numbers for me, because we're going to come back to those.
I don't have any dice. God.
Who wants to roll dice for Jocelyn?
I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah. You don't want to give it to me.
And she doesn't want my karma.
There's a pad in my dice. Well, somebody can.
As the one who's partially responsible for existence, I got a 19, a 13, and a 14.
All right. 19.
I'll take responsibility.
All right.
Thank you, Dad.
It's finding a pen right now is... doesn't actually work, but I can press in the paper hard enough that I can read it, so I guess that counts. Okay, while they're doing that, Tuesday, anything from you? Or are you just gonna go around and pick up what you want?
I bought my batteries and I'll window shop, but boy am I not in search of anything.
The batteries are double price. The repair is gonna cost 10 silver. Let's talk jewelry.
What do you mean double price?
How much does a battery cost in this world? Dang it.
That's a question for you.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
They're gonna be 2 gold each. Which seems ridiculous. It does. That's a ridiculous price for these batteries.
It really is.
It really is. What the heck is going on here?
That is the priciest ammo I've heard of. It's 20 shots per charge.
Is it? All right. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're going to be 2 gold each. Or you can buy a solar recharger for 15.
How would that work?
The shopkeep sees you looking at this thing and trying to figure out what that means. Oh, it takes energy from the sun and it kind of makes it so that the battery gets charged. I don't perfectly understand how it works, but people seem to like them here. I think it's got a magical essence to it, but I haven't actually run a identify on it. But you can make your batteries work again after like a day. So
how much is that?
It's 15 gold. We don't see a lot of these that are full here. And you can see that there's like not a lot of stock in the battery department.
And it'll charge the batteries I already have.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll try it.
Cool. but it's literally labeled solar charger.
Yeah.
Are you buying any other batteries?
What about the ones that he needed for his baton?
How many charges do you get on the baton, Thomas? Once you figure that out, while we're figuring that out, Jocelyn, Empress, you can successfully find a ring of protection. It is a silver filigree with a sapphire, white sapphire inset. It's going to cost $1 amount.
A what?
$1 amount that I'm figuring out. Hold on. It's going to cost you 50 gold.
Does Freed have that much?
No idea. Freed's got at least half that much. He's probably got at least as much as Friendly does. So yeah, Freed has that much.
Then I flutter over to Freed with the ring on my neck and is like, I found one! And is very proud, preening at how pretty it is.
It is a very nice looking one.
She's a snake. She's going to preen. At least sometimes. Well, I guess that's more of a bird thing, I guess.
All right. Well, yeah, snakes don't really preen, but you're also a winged snake, so it would make sense that you have some bird behaviors.
Right.
I'm messaging you what the thing is so that you can add it to your character sheet. Please, for the love of God, remember to add it to your character sheet. So, 50 gold, 10 silver from Freed, and 15 and 2 for each other battery you're buying from Tuesday.
I am going to disappear again for a minute. It is child bedtime.
Y'all good? Tuesday?
I didn't realize you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
So the stun baton apparently doesn't need a battery?
Yeah, there's no charges on that. It's my pistol, I was thinking.
Okay. So your pistols would use the same batteries.
Okay.
So y'all just
I'll buy 2 of those charger things then.
okay. So that'll be 30 gold. And where's your name? And she will happily she will take that back over, but you can't tell if it's happily or not, and exchange that, and tells Freed to return in an hour, and she will have the straps completed. You know, and and offhandedly mentions, so you're going into the desert? Offhandedly questions at Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm slightly distracted because I was looking through an item list of is there something I'd want? But I'm not seeing anything.
Well, as you're out there. Shit. Let me. I have to look at a list.
She's pretty minimalist by design, so there's not a lot of ooh, it's shiny.
So if you're out there and you manage to make it so it can come back, there have been some reports of various lizards that have non-lizard colored skin. And I'd love to make some leather out of those. So we could make these sort of things kind of even, if that's something you might be interested in.
Lizard or lizard?
Oh, the second one. Maybe the first one also, but you can't do a lot with lizard.
Right. What can you tell me about these things?
I've heard that they stink. I've heard that there are red ones and brown ones, and that they have very sharp teeth and very strong jaws.
Have you heard relative size? Are we talking like horse, pony?
More like horse.
Horse?
Very, very large. Just if you happen to run across it, I'm not saying you have to, but if you do,
Right.
and you bring that back, I can make it worth your while.
All
It's
right.
hard for me to get away, and most people go one direction or the other, not really both, you know.
All right.
That Wanari you're traveling with could stand to maybe make some friends here. Would be good for him.
Sure.
All right. Good doing business with you. Farewell.
You have a good day.
The strangely lithe, beardless dwarf returns to their forge.
Is there a place where I could get like a pet store, but like I'm gonna call it a companion store because I'm an animal too? Is there like
You would have ethical. I'm not sure I could let you stay in the good side of things if you decided to keep a pet after having been a pet.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
I'm thinking about it on your behalf. But also there
Yeah.
not one that I built. So,
Okay.
all right. Friendly. Let's hit Rook over in Glasshopper. Is able to find a diamond, opens the item list that she has prepped. Oh, where are you? Oh yeah, that's that. Rook has found a ceramic jar that's about the size of two fists together. It's not huge, but it's sort of bulbous. And it says nourishment beads on its very dusty label. I want to hear you just keep doing the voices. It's fun for me. I can't hear you. You're muted still.
Does wrap his beak twice on the shelf to get the shopkeep's attention.
And a grasshopper-looking creature flips its head over and says, "What is it you want? You're a bird. What are you doing in my shop?"
This
And
makes
the
water,
bird eats him.
right?
It doesn't quite make water. It makes water. Do you belong to someone?
Yep.
Okay. Are they telling you what to do?
Why?
You don't look like you have any money.
Price shopping.
Price. I just love the idea of a fucking raven saying price shopping.
Personal shopper.
Anyway, okay.
It's
There. It is a collection of nourishment beads, and opens the jar and pulls one out. That's got enough for one person of like normal size to eat and drink for a full day Just with this. And there are about 50 in here.
That's such a good berry. Does it even heal you?
Not a good berry. Not. Where's my list?
Ah, I need infinite water.
Holy.
Find my list. Find my list. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, where are the things that I need? Oh, there we go. Well, I have... You're standing on it.
We'll look down.
It's a army-looking canteen, the round ones with like strap. There's a look. They have a look. That thing makes all the water you'd ever need. I think.
Great. How much?
I forgot. I have no idea how much things cost.
Fred, you're gonna want to remember before he gets here.
Wait, is he okay with you? Are you doing things that you shouldn't be doing?
No.
What? Why does a decanter of endless water cost 9,000? What? Somebody tell me how much a decanter of endless water costs.
If that's off of some like homebrew sheet, it's just an uncommon, which has a range attached to it.
I need to actually get a good copy of it. Oh, all right. Found it. Thank you. Sorry this is such a pain for me to figure out prices. I was busy having a vacation. Anyway. Oh! So this one costs about 30 gold. I think.
Great. Set aside.
For who?
Vroom, and there's like a wheel of code around both eyes now. I'll pick it up in time. Unless there's a cheaper option at a stall nearby.
Doubt it. Fine. Clerics.
Nope,
And
it's usually a wizard thing. Clerics don't get familiars.
oh,
That's-
well then, wizards, whatever. Snatches it into like folds it near their carapace and hops over to another part of the stall and slides it under. It's held. You want to keep looking around, or are you going to do other things?
He just kind of like gives a cursory glance. Locate object is only for water creating, so anything else he's going to be just kind of looking for shinies like a raven does.
There are a lot of shinies. But let's get over to friendly. Who has entered a very nice, cool shop with lots and lots of shade protection called the Corrupted Plain. You walk in and it is surprisingly dim considering that it's a desert. You suspect this is done magically. Can probably find out if you really need to. And a middling tall toxic rye in long dark robes. So the toxic ryes look like poison mushrooms. So like the background on that Ethan has right now. Like Ethan's lighting. That's what it looks like. So a little bit glowy makes him stand out. Says, welcome. What do you need?
You have an object that creates water.
Yeah, decanters of endless water, standard at this sort of location.
Good.
There.
I assumed so.
I have 3.
Excellent. The glass hopper made me an offer at 30. Can you improve on that?
Oh, you would be buying it from me, so it would be better than the Glasshopper's trash. Absolutely.
Ah. Insight check. How much do I buy that?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 7, but that makes it... Where are we at here? Insight 13.
You fully believe it, or
Okay.
you believe he believes it.
Right. Seems legit.
Yeah, seems legit.
Well, it's a good thing I shop around.
I'm not going to try and beat a Glasshopper price. If you want to buy a defective item, you're welcome to do that. But
Mm,
this is, they're start at 200 each.
mm. Even for the one who just saved your water source?
Saved how? And why do you think we couldn't have taken care of that ourselves?
Whether you could or not, you didn't have to. And you're welcome.
All right, let's get some dice rolling happening now.
Amen. He's gonna try to haggle.
Yeah. The hell do we need him to roll for haggling? Oh,
I
God.
will activate Define Sense and get Detect Thoughts up. They
Okay.
get a Wisdom save. It's not a spell, so there's no chanting or anything.
18. Oh, wisdom. Yeah, 18.
All right, no advantage then. Just fails.
Okay.
What my roll was.
Let's see. Is that going to be deception or performance? What do you roll for haggling?
Persuasion.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I should have gone deception, but I will also throw guidance on myself.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
So that's 16 and 3 from guidance plus a mere 1 on persuasion, so 19.
Yeah.
No, 20.
That's decent. That's nice. Well, that seems I would knock off 50 and 25 with promise. So, knock it down to 125 if you did a little something for me personally.
I would be willing to provide this service for that discount if you have tithed to the code in the last 3 months. If not, I will be happy to accept it. Gracious $50 donation to keep your life in order. Or 50 gold.
We don't tithe to the code much in the desert. I certainly... You haven't done much in the way of managing our gods either.
Oh, it's amazing the way the code works. You don't understand how much it does for you until it's gone.
This shop does well enough for me.
I believe you. As long as this town exists. It's all part of a system. Here nor there. I have 75 available. The rest is set aside for other supplies. Put a good chunk toward this. I'm willing to perform a service as well as the ceremony that your tithe would, of course, come with.
I would agree to that. What about... Have you... I know that you're a Winari in the desert, and not everybody knows what that means, but I know what that means.
I
You
like saying.
You have a prophetess in your enclave. I want her to come and speak with me. I want you to bring her this. And he hands you a rolled, or and I want you to bring her something. Let's go with instead of this. I want you to bring her something.
Here's a box. Don't open it.
Yeah, not doing that. I want you to bring her something. She doesn't have
I
to
walk
come.
in. I walk into this place.
You're going into the magic store?
Yeah. Why not?
I'll be with you in a moment. Feel free to browse. Do we
Okay.
have a deal?
I make no guarantee where my travels will take me, but I promise that should I run across your prophetess, I will make your delivery and your invitation.
They go into a back area that, you hear a drawer opening and closing, and they come back out with just a rolled scroll that's got a wax sticker, and don't open it.
Of course. That would be rude.
And then exchange, yay, for dollars and your ducats. Thomas, for your brain, you're not sure about prophetess, but there definitely is a unreasonably elder Winari lady who the clan leaders have been listening a lot to.
Could I
So.
throw a religion or a history check and see if maybe I've heard her referred to as something like that, or have some sort of divination
You
or
don't
something?
even need to make a check.
Alright.
Like that prophetess isn't the word that the Winari would use because there's no prophecy associated with that and what she does, but it would make sense that that's how it could get interpreted. So you
Okay.
know who he's talking about. And at some point she'll have a name,
Okay.
All right. And then so Ethan, I don't know if you read the Lasers and Liches. A rye is like, did you ever play World of Warcraft?
For like a minute, maybe.
It's
Like,
good enough. Do you remember how the elves looked in World of Warcraft?
I think so.
Like with super long pointy ears?
Yeah.
That's how this person looks. Well, that's how a rye generally look. But this one has like purple skin that's got various lit up bits of it and like looks a little spongy. What can I help you with, Crab?
Do you guys have like magical crab harnesses?
No.
Okay. Thank you. And I just kind of walk out, and I'm gonna head to that. What is it? That general goods place. It's like the
The one
place
that
where the bird was. Or but I don't know the bird is there, but
Grasshopper.
that
Glasshopper.
place, Glasshopper.
Glasshopper with a glass sign run by a grasshopper.
So I'm
I'm gonna
there
go
as
there.
he asks this question and gets just the flat no.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I'll make my transaction and head out with him. I'll test the decanter first and make sure it works out okay.
It does the thing.
And then I'll send the message to Rook and he says, "Keep it." And then flies off to join me.
And hears from behind it, "That's not fair."
And I'll walk into step next to
Radmir?
Radmir. Approach was a little direct there. A tip. Ask them for what you're looking for, not a thing, but a function. Right?
Okay.
You don't need a harness fit for a crab. You need something that can help you carry more weight, right?
That That indeed is what I need.
Happy to help.
Empress, being a winged snake, is still very proudly flaunting her ring of protection, enjoying how pretty and shiny it is.
Beautiful. On
And
the
preening.
way out, y'all see. So you pass by the Gold Nugget Casino, which it smells like cold water and air and just ice cubes in there. And Gnome Tales, which apparently is a book and cartography shop. It has maps in the windows and doors and books all over the place. Yes. The other group passes by Padlock Curity, which it's just the door, like it has a hanging curtain that is made entirely of keys. Should give you an idea what they do. And Rise of the Buns, a vegan pastry shop that boasts non-vegan items as fair trade from awakened animals, and employs entirely awakened animals.
I'm gonna go to the key place and see if they have a harness.
A bright red tiefling looks down at you and says, "No, harnesses aren't what we do here."
Okay. And I just leave. Oh wait, when I'm leaving, I pull out my kazoo and just kind of like woo or whatever, just kind of exiting.
Anyone else doing any other shopping? I lost a sumosaur.
Yes.
I
Shoot.
go to. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I pop into the map shop.
All right, map shop.
I, just because I hear it's employs entirely awakened, but animals. I almost said awakened buns.
It's not too far off.
I go into Rise of the Buns just to see what it's like.
It's lovely in there. It's a warm pastry shop full of delicious smells. Well, maybe they're not delicious to you, but it's fine. They're mostly humanoid foods. There's a chipmunk at the counter. And you can see a variety of mostly handsy mammalian animals working in the back, making pastries. There's signs, there's a framed poster on the wall of Mr. and Mrs. Bunn, a pair of awakened animals who began this.
She is happy to see that the awakened animals are not enslaved, but employed, like she had heard, and leaves because nothing there is really interesting to her.
Okay. Friendly.
I'm
I
gonna
have to go for a sec.
You're gonna go?
Just for a sec, my mother's calling me.
Okay. Ethan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go in there and see if they have a harness.
The chipmunk says, "We don't." No, I'm sorry, we don't have a harness. We just
Okay.
have pastries.
Okay. Can I get a bagel? Or can I get a bagel?
Absolutely. Do you need anything else? Like, do you
That
need
should be
any
good.
other food? Okay, let's get you a bagel. And
Thank
customer service chipmunk happily gives you a bagel. Some
Wait a
mage
minute.
hand action.
How much does that cost? I only have
No.
2 gold.
It's free for you. Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome
thank
to
you.
the. We're glad that you're here with us.
Yeah. I do the bagel thing, but like with my claws it gets kinda squished or whatever. And it kinda gets squished and it's kinda like shove it in there. I don't know, but
There, I
something
found
like
gnome
that.
tails.
Something like that.
Friendly enters gnome tails. There's a scribbling gnome at a desk, exactly as you would expect. When you walk in, the whole, like, the curtain on his is all edged in bells, so the whole curtain rings when you walk in. And he looks up and says, "Oh, are you looking for books or maps?"
Maps. Though I have a passing interest in both.
Well, books are on this side, maps are on this side. Let me know if you need anything specific.
I'm looking for a map that includes the water park, part of the South.
Southern maps. Okay. Let's see what I got. And he goes, aha, okay. And pulls out a, like, tray on one of those long, like, you know the thing I mean? All right.
Yeah, like for the reference table trays.
Yes, that. And pulls out that and there are a bunch of sort of long, thin scrolls inside of it, and they each have numbers on the bottom. Clearly, this, as chaotic as this might look, it's clearly well organized. It says, okay, southern, here's islands, here's water. I don't know that I have ones of the park. It's a little, I mean, you might just be able to get one while you're there.
I don't need the park specifically, just the path.
Oh, the path? You mean how to get there?
Yes, things
Oh.
along the way, towns, any sort of destinations or safe places, dangerous places. You know, things you find on maps.
This one is of that southern region that just gets to the ocean there, right where the water, oceany, and then this one is of the archipelago that's to the south. That I understand that it's on one of the islands, and I just don't remember which one. But there. Are you going? Is this like a family trip or something?
No, I'm headed out to destroy the place.
That's a unusual statement to make to a map shop owner.
Well, you'll need to know that if you see me again, you'll need to take it off your maps.
There.
I like to be helpful. So,
well, here.
And if you could give me just a moment, I'll do a little studying and I'll compare it surreptitiously with the map that I have, and make sure that that this one will also include that one of these might also include where I expect that the impact was.
That wasn't on the map that you got.
No, but I did it with astrology.
Okay.
Astronomy.
Yes.
Sorry.
The one of the I knew what you meant.
The
one with
I just need to apologize to all the astronomers out there. Anyway.
Yeah. I just knew what he meant because I know him. The archipelago one does.
Okay. Then I'll. How much for this one?
Yeah, I have plenty of those right now. How about 3 gold? But I see that you have a map. Trade you?
No. But I appreciate the offer. It's a different map. Other section that I also have to travel through. You understand.
Indeed. I mean, you understand that we haggle here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he's just looking around at like other things that are in the store, just like a surreptitious investigation check with like maybe 3 gold for this and that thing.
There are a lot of books and maps. You can find some variety of books. Most of them look pretty dry.
You're speaking Friendly's language.
I know.
He's not looking for a bustier ripper. It's a bodice ripper. That's
a lot of these are sort of encyclopedic knowledge books about, like, there's the Argonian. There's a book on the Argonians, but there's not the lusty Argonian maid. That's what I'm saying.
the history of the writing of the lusty Argonian maid.
Yeah, more like that. So you're gonna get a lot of encyclopedic stuff. There's a lot of nature work here.
Okay.
So you get a lot of oh man, what is it called? Where the folks go out into the field and they do studies, like an ethnography, but of animals. No?
Cryptozoology.
Yes,
Field
there's
study.
also books on cryptids.
Okay.
Field study.
Fields, yeah. But there'll be an entire book on one species of scorpion and they're not huge, but they are like, yeah,
Is there a
So-
book on the history of kazoos?
there is.
I have no interest in the history of
Okay.
but I'll be sure and let you know. And in
But a
fact, I'll send
bard
Brooke to go
does.
like land on your carapace and be like, "Hey, found a book for you."
Okay.
So I'm just looking for any just a gem or at least something long that I haven't read because I have a long trip ahead of me.
You can absolutely find long that you haven't read. Whether or not it's a gem depends on the dice.
Not on a 2 unless my Wanari Hujum applies. That would be a pretty fringe use of it. It says advantage on insider investigations to decipher meaning, not necessarily like whether it's valuable,
Yeah.
but otherwise it's a 2.
So you can definitely find stuff that's long and dry and will gain you knowledge about things.
Yeah, with
Knowing
investigation,
that you're
that's
going
the
to the
thing.
ocean, the gnome says, how about, what if you look at, some of the, we have some studies of some of the water critters. There are a few beasts. There's also supposed to be merfolk, and so there's some of these studies of them, but those are very questionable about whether or not they're real, but they're here. So, this section about water stuff, if you're going there, might be beneficial to you.
Sure. 3 gold for that in the map.
The whole section? Looks incredulous.
That one, and I just trust the code to give me a good one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure, I'll do 3 gold for those.
Thanks.
Were you not going to buy him a book on kazoo playing?
No, I'm just going to tell him it exists, and if he wants to spend his own damn money, he can.
Okay.
I bought the Through Endless Water. I'm not.
I will figure out what your book is in a minute.
Okay.
Give me a minute. All right. Anyone else stopping anywhere else? Allison, I think Sumosaur was the last person who needed to have a second stop. Don't follow a hippie to a second location.
Yes, to pick up my a rare item, and let me look at your.
You put some of this in Roll20, didn't you?
I was talking with Thomas about rules in 420
Okay.
while you were doing stuff. Just looking at the business names. Is the Corrupted Plane the magic-looking shop?
Yes.
I will go there.
Oh, another visitor. What an exciting day it's been. What can I do for you? Oh, large sir.
I'm looking for an instant fortress.
Not gonna drop that on anyone, are you? Haha, little joke.
What kind of asshole would
I might survive it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
The best asshole, that's who.
Surely no one of a good alignment.
I have 2. It looks like I have 2. This one might be cursed. Which one do you want?
The not cursed one?
Less fun that way. Here you go.
Agreeable.
Transaction complete. What's the history of something where the magic shop owner says it might be cursed?
They've seen it come back a few times.
Right? Yeah, you almost got me just out of curiosity, like, but I would say not this character. If this was Fitz, Fitz would absolutely go for the maybe cursed one. Knocking my camera around. Sorry, no earthquakes.
Yeah.
A portable haunted house. That's top notch.
Yeah.
And then I still need to pick up an uncommon for my character creation. Can I go back and negotiate a reasonable price for the fanny pack of holding?
We're going to go with yes and just make that easier on you because you were supposed to have already started with that. Yes. Are you going to go fill it
Yay.
with donuts?
Yes. Yes.
So Rise of the Buns, right?
Rise of the Buns, run by bunnies, right?
Owned and managed by bunnies, hires all sorts of awakened animals, and maybe you out there watching this know because you've watched our previous Lasers and Liches game that they also fund the Creature Syndicate, that animal liberation thing that two of our characters are in. Though the characters wouldn't necessarily know this.
Well, Empress goes back anyway simply because she's hungry.
Well, but you're not hungry for pastries.
No, but it smells good in there.
So
I'm gonna go get that book.
awesome. You have a.
Oh.
It costs
gold.
you. No, it costs you 50 silver. Not many people want a history of the kazoo.
Okay, I'll get that. Since I don't have the harness thing, I just put it in my bucket hat. Just kind of sitting in there on my head.
Got it. It's about playing. It's not about collecting stuff. Somebody help the animals collect things. They see you walk in, Sumasaur, and the customer service chipmunk hits a red button next to him, and a little light goes off in the back, and everyone starts scrambling. What can I do for you, sir? You're muted, Allison. I'm sorry.
Point to the case. I want all that.
Absolutely, sir.
Empress, who is in here, is staring and giggling, giving a hissy giggling.
That will be 6 silver, sir. Let us bag it up for you.
I will pay them a gold and tell them to keep the change.
Absolutely. And they all work on bagging up everything in the case for you. While others are frantically trying to remake stock. And now you have 1,000,000 pastries. Congratulations.
I just love the flash in back of like, meh, meh, all hands on deck. Meh, meh.
Do they expire?
What?
Will they expire?
No, not in the bag of holding.
How long do
Danny.
you think I'm gonna let them stick around? I mean,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Diamond,
Yes.
things in the bag of holding aren't in stasis. They still age.
Yeah, but they don't have like oxygen, and I assume that it's going to not. They would. It's like putting them in a fridge. I think. Like they will eventually go bad, but
It's
There's
like
no
putting them
bacteria
an
in the astral plane.
fridge.
it's like putting them in a what, David?
An unplugged fridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
if you want a refrigerated one, that's also an item.
Is it really?
It's also- yeah. On Critical Role, they call it the bag of Colden.
Yeah, there are things specifically for preserving stuff. But
I
it's
don't think
also
we'll have
like
that.
no bacteria. It'd dry out, but
Yeah, but this will be gone in a day. I'm not worried about it. If it comes up, we'll address it.
I'm just letting you know it's not encased in amber.
Yeah. Oh, Allison, you can get the one that has the purify juice.
Oh, sweet.
It looks. I hope you all understand that's a hand sanitizer reference. Okay. Anyway, not that you should put hand sanitizer in your water.
I understand perfectly because literally everyone in my school has one.
Good. All right. I think we've mostly completed the mall episode now, right? And we can get into the desert.
Yeah.
How many stores are left? I need to I need.
I also
Alright.
want to buy a sun umbrella.
A what umbrella?
A sun umbrella. Oh no, like what are those like loose garments? I can't just be a naked sumo man in the desert. I mean, these scales are gonna burn.
All right. While everyone is considering what a naked sumo man looks like in the desert, we're going to pause this recording for the moment. If you've been enjoying this so far and would like to see more adventures that happen in the desert or the mall or an archipelago of islands or strange NPCs that I'm forced to come up with last second because I have no planning skills, please feel free to hit the subscribe button because we're going to keep doing this. Meanwhile, we'll see you shortly. Have a good game.